8th most awaited Turkish series of the 2025-2026 season. Turkish drama continues to capture the hearts of millions of viewers around the world, and the new Turkish series of this season are set to become true blockbusters. Get ready for epic stories of love, revenge, and destiny's toughest trials. In this video, we've gathered the most exciting premieres you simply can't miss. Roses and Sins. Serhat is a respected businessman who has always relied on family and trust as the foundation of his life. His world collapses when he uncovers a long-hidden secret about his wife Barak. After a tragic accident leaves her in a coma, the answers he seeks remain locked away. In his search for the truth, Serhat crosses paths with Zeynep, an honest young woman from a modest neighborhood, a flower seller, whose resilience matches life's toughest challenges. Their encounter unravels a web of family intrigue and old debts. What was Barak hiding, and what choice will Serhat have to make when the past finally comes to claim its price? The new Kanal D drama, Roses and Sins, premieres on Saturday, October 11, starring Murat Yildirim as Serhat and Cemre Baysel as Zeynep. Heartbeat. Since childhood, Asli Ganesh has suffered from a heart condition. One day, after a tense confrontation with her beloved Emre's mother, Asli collapses from a heart attack and is rushed to the hospital. At the same time, Melik Elkan, a young woman from a wealthy family, is admitted after a car accident. Doctors fail to save Melik, but her heart is transplanted into Asli. This is the story of two women, two mothers, whose fates intertwine after tragedies that forever change their lives. Hulya, a strong mother of three abandoned by her husband, struggles alone to keep her daughter Asli alive. Tulin, a successful businesswoman, sees her world shattered by the loss of her daughter. Their meeting is not mere coincidence, but the beginning of a difficult journey, where grief and love merge into a life-changing choice. Starring Sibel Tasht-Oglu, Kerem Bürsin, Deniz Çakır, Liz Cömert, and Sheriff Caesar. The first episodes are now available to watch. Stranger in the Mirror. Azra is desperate to escape her husband Emirhan and flee with her child, but a car accident on a forest road changes everything. Behind the wheel is Barış, one of Turkey's most renowned plastic surgeons, and this chance encounter will alter her fate forever. To break free from Emirhan, Azra turns to Barış for help. He gives her a new face, a new identity. But escaping the past is never easy. When Azra returns home to reclaim her child, she is once again forced to confront the stranger, staring back at her in the mirror. Starring Sime Barlas, Onur Tuna, and Caner Topçu. The series is set to premiere in early October 2025. Fraudsters. Built on the idea that in this story, everyone's a con artist, the series follows two very different worlds colliding. On one side, father and son lawyers Kadir and Ertan, who rely on tricks and deception in their profession. On the other, Azy, a woman struggling to provide for her family, who resorts to scams of her own in order to survive. The star duo of Burak Deniz and Hilal Altınbilek promises powerful emotions. The cast also includes Tamer Levent, Haluk Bilginer, Elçin Afacan, and more. Filming has already begun, with the series planned as an 8-episode run. The premiere is scheduled for fall 2025. Fertile Lands. At the heart of the story is the fragile truce between two respected families in Adana, a peace that collapses into bitter conflict once again. Engin Akyürek takes on the role of Ömer Barakitoglu, while the arrival of prosecutor Nevin, played by Gülsüm Ali, ignites new tensions. On these fertile lands, where the sins of the past weigh heavily on the present, viewers will witness stories of lives unfolding in the shadow of a great love. With a strong ensemble cast, Engin Akyürek, Gülsüm Ali, Belçin Bilgin, Yiğit Koçak, Sarp Akaya, İlayda Akdogan, Zehra Kaleci, and Hakan Çelebi. The series is set to premiere in October. Ask and Tears. The marriage of Salim and Mayra, once built on deep love, has reached a breaking point after just 3 years. To outsiders, Their union may appear happy, but in reality, they live in separate rooms, barely speaking to one another. Though they manage to hide the truth from others, the emptiness has drained them both. Selim, already seriously considering leaving the Axel family, finally decides to file for divorce. But his status as the company's lead attorney, a newly appointed board member, and the son-in-law of the family patriarch makes divorce a nearly impossible challenge. Then comes the moment of no return. Selim tells Mera he wants to talk, but she speaks first with a shocking confession. She has a brain tumor, and her time is running out. Stunned, Selim freezes with the divorce papers in hand, unable to say a word. Suddenly, her coldness, forgetfulness, and distance make sense. He rushes to comfort his wife, hiding the divorce documents in his pocket. Starring Barış Arduç, Hande Erçel, Güler Şenay, Senan Kara, Furi Beju Güler, and Öznur Serçeler. The series premiered on September 19, 2025. The Heir. This series follows the Karsley family, who run a bus terminal as a front for far more dangerous dealings. The patriarch Zaro, aging but still ruthless, must choose his successor from among his 4 ambitious sons. Each is determined to claim power, no matter the cost. But when Yahya arrives, seeking revenge for his father's murder, he sparks a chain of intrigue, betrayal, and family warfare. A battle for the throne where truth itself becomes blurred. Starring Akin Akinadu, Sarah Ariturk, Ercan Kesal, Erkan Kolçak Kostandil, Hazel Turasan, and more. The first episodes are now available to watch. Nothing Will Ever Happen to Us. This brand new romantic drama stars Miray Daner and Mert Ramazan Demir. The story follows the fateful meeting of 2 opposites, a sharp-minded publishing editor and a popular nightclub owner. Drawn to each other with irresistible force, they change their lives completely for the sake of love, only to find themselves swept into a passionate story that could lead to heartbreak and disaster. Filming is already underway, though the premiere date has not yet been announced.